Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly horoscope. Before I give you the information on the astrology, I just thought of a little intuitive exercise that you can do at the beginning of this video. Ask yourself whether the ice cream truck is going to be heard in the background at some point during this video. And if the answer is yes, then in the comment section put yes and the time you think it's going to show up. It's a good way of testing out your intuitive skills, so it's just a bit of fun, but try and do that and we'll see what happens. This horoscope is for Monday the 8th of March going through until Sunday the 14th of March 2021, and I'm really happy to report that this week looks amazing. It looks wonderful. It's got kind of a spa vibe associated with it, so it's really contentment and relaxation and enjoying your leisure time. The only thing to watch out for is that you may be a little bit sensitive and words can really sting this week. So if there are people in your life who you do have to kind of be careful with because you always walk away just being hurt or whatever, then that's something that's going to crop up. And if you can kind of mentally prepare for those situations before you go into them, then do that. That's a good idea. All right, so Monday the 8th of March, we've got the moon in Capricorn. That gives you a sense of responsibility and duty, and it gives you the capacity to really be effective and to work hard and to see things very simply in black and white terms. Good, bad, worth my attention, not worth my attention. Capricorn's very good at achieving things because it's able to block out the fluff, the stuff that complicates a situation. So it's very focused on keeping things simple, being grounded, moving ahead, getting things done. It sextiles the ethereal sun in Pisces. The sun's your consciousness, your identity. In Pisces, it's very, very dreamlike and nebulous. The Capricorn moon also sextiles Neptune in Pisces, the water planet. In the sign it rules a whole world of emotions and feelings and intuitive insight. So the sun in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces, coupled with the Capricorn moon, we've really got two feminine elements that are very different to one another. And it's about being practical, but then also about your feelings and how you can alter your circumstances as a result of your feelings. So people who base their life, like for instance, myself, if I have to make a decision, I'll look at the facts and I'll plan ahead, but ultimately the decision is going to be made based on how I feel. And if you're like that, then Monday is a really great day for you to be in touch with your emotions and to make decisions like that, because your feelings are going to be super clear to you. The Capricorn moon also conjuncts Pluto in Capricorn, so we've got all earth, all water, Pisces and Capricorn. Pluto is the planet of transformation and change. In Capricorn, it can change the way you operate in your daily life. So on Monday, altogether, you're in this leisurely, relaxed state. Everything seems easy and comfortable and warm and pleasant. Anything you're working on will be easy to complete. You're just much more focused, and you can apply yourself easily on Monday. You know, when you're doing something and a task usually takes 30 minutes, but on one day you're particularly tired and it takes you 50 minutes, and on another day you're like super buzzing and it's amazing and you get it done in 10 minutes. It's one of those days where you just get things done more easily because of the balance of earth and water, which makes you very practical and allows you to get things done. So tackle difficult tasks or things that have eluded you in the past, and enjoy the extra time that gives you, that effectiveness gives you, to daydream and to manifest your future, the reality you want to live in. On Tuesday the 9th of March, we've got the moon going into Aquarius, so we're lifting things into air, and it's about ideas and communication. The Aquarius moon conjunct Saturn in Aquarius. Rules are good. The authorities only want the best for us. The powers that be really care. That's why they're giving us all these rules and laws. It's for our safety. You know, it's that blind trust in the people in charge. There's a German word that's actually really... German is interesting because they have these particular words like Schadenfreude, which you don't really have anywhere else. Schadenfreude is taking pleasure in the misfortune of others, and it's kind of telling that you've got that word in your language. But the other one is Obrigkeitshörigkeit. Lovely. And that's about looking at a uniform and immediately kowtowing and saying, yes, sir, I will obey, without question, you know, blind obedience. So watch out for that. You're not a sheep. No one likes sheeple. It's important. Well, People actually do like sheeple because they're easy to control, but thinking for yourself is just going to mean that you have a much better experience in your life rather than just following the crowd. The Aquarius moon squares Uranus and Taurus, so that kind of mitigates Saturn and Aquarius, this soothing net of, yes, the rules are good, because Uranus and Taurus says, hey, let's rebel, let's do something fun, let's do something unexpected. It trines Mars and Gemini. Words can be very sharp, but the thing is, you're very sensitive at the moment, and these energies apply to everyone, right? So if you're a Scorpio watching this and an Aquarius watching this, you're going to be working with the same energy, but the reaction is going to be different. So for a Scorpio, it could mean that comments which are just, banter and fun could become jabs. They could become a little bit prickly. And if you're an Aquarius, you're not going to feed into that as much because you're an air sign and the emotions aren't as triggered. So really see where you are with that, but don't take other people's words too seriously and try and focus on what you're doing and maintain positive kind of self-talk, positive dialogue. The Aquarius moon also sextiles Chiron in Aries. So there is the potential to have your feelings hurt on Tuesday. Ultimately, on Tuesday, you're optimistic, you're hopeful, and you're charitable. You may want to take on a new role that allows you to be of service. So do you see why you can get hurt? Because you're feeling so caring and you're selfless and you really want to do something good for other people. If you're in that headspace and you're doing something and you get punished or things go badly, that can really hurt because you took a step out of yourself to try and do something. So that really makes sense. Rejection may sting today, doesn't it always? And you're likely to pick up a resentment over the wrong thing being said. So, when someone says something and in the moment you're like, yeah, and then you go to bed and before you fall asleep, the sentence comes back into your mind and you're like, what did they say? And then you ruminate around it. And then by the time you wake up in the morning, if you do go to sleep, you're furious over this thing, which initially wasn't anything. So give people the benefit of the doubt. And also kind of check with yourself. Is it worthwhile for me to get really angry and resentful over this thing that was said and to tolerate this emotional state of anger and frustration? Or do I just let it go? Because it's not going to make much of a difference anyway if I confront it. Ultimately, that's a good question, because do you really want to go through all the upheaval of feeling toxic towards someone, or is it in your interest to just wave it away and to say, oh, whatever? It saves you a lot of energy. So if you are able to let kind of things slide off your back, you're really in the winner's circle, so to speak, because taking things too seriously on Tuesday is not going to serve you. So make sure you prepare yourself mentally. And then you don't take no's as a personal insult. Not every rejection and a no is a personal insult. If you're applying for a job and they want a graphic designer with 10 years experience and you've got 7, then if they're really strict about it and they say no, then you don't get that job, not because of you, it's just the experience. And I know it can feel very personal, especially when there are emotions involved, but try and be as objective as you can. And that's where Saturn in Aquarius, wow, lo and behold, actually helps you, because it really gives you structures to lean on, and you're not as likely to believe everything you think, which is a great thing on Tuesday. On Wednesday, the 10th of March, we've got the Aquarius moon conjuncting Jupiter and Mercury in Aquarius, and that's really lovely. So the moon is your feelings, Jupiter is good luck, Mercury is your thoughts and the way you communicate. Aquarius, the water bearer, let's detox, let's make it happy and fair for everyone, and let's move ahead. So it's very much about considering other people, considering yourself, wanting to do good, looking for the meaning of life and getting some answers and really using your mind to make sense of things. The sun in Pisces gives you that wonderful, loving, creative, ethereal, spiritual quality, and it conjuncts the water planet Neptune in Pisces. So the spiritual aspect on Wednesday is so strong, it's almost like being in love. This pink fog descends and you're like, oh, I'm not in Kansas anymore, I'm somewhere far better. I'm somewhere pink and lovely. So, I think I said that twice. So on Wednesday, with that, you're going to feel really chatty because you're safe emotionally. you're protected, so it's okay for you to express yourself. That's often what keeps people from expressing themselves, the fear of retribution or things not going down very well. So that is not there, so you're going to take more risks in terms of what you're saying. And if you've had writer's block, Wednesday is great because it just comes falling out of you. So you feel really switched on Wednesday, and you're ready to have a good time. So it's not about articulating the worst moments in your life. It's about saying, oh, let's go and do something fun. So it's the ideal day for a day out, a picnic, or to spend time just enjoying the simple pleasures in life. Dancing, socializing, telling jokes, getting in touch with your body. It's a really luxurious time where you're really able to, it's like the spa vibe, particularly on Wednesday. You're able to pamper yourself. You're able to relax and to go, oh, the day is done. I can genuinely relax rather than having something hanging over you all the time. There's not that feeling that some dreadful thing is going to happen. It's really a time to relax, have a mani-pedi, drink a glass of champagne, eat a strawberry. Okay. Thursday, the 11th of March, we've got the moon going into Pisces. So it's like Mozart appears, okay? It's really this musical, lyrical, romantic, creative, entertaining, amusing period. Life isn't just, the earth and the seeds that we plant and the food that we stock up for December and our response. It's like we're here to dance and to have a good time and to try and elevate ourselves to something divine. It's really that hopeful, childlike aspect of the human experience which says you're not just a collection of muscles and bones. You're something more than that. And all the things that qualify you as more, laughter, spirituality, love, joy, those are really, really easy to access. So it feels like a dream almost. It feels very, very positive. So the moon heightens that energy even more. It's already been there. It gets really, really strong on Thursday. The Pisces moon also squares Mars in Gemini, and that's that ambition and that drive to be heard and to say things which are true even if they are hurtful. And that's the thing that really underlies the warning of words being words can have an impact and they can hurt you. And it's pretty much down to Mars in Gemini. And as far as warning you about other things, this week is really straightforward. It's really amazingly positive in terms of what you can experience, love and joy. And then it's the words that can be painful is really a minimal thing you have to watch out for. Usually, I wouldn't even split that and make it so specific, but usually when I do these weekly horoscopes, the weeks are much more mixed. It's not all, yay, spa time. It's really, every day can be a new obstacle. But here, the only thing is don't take other people's opinions and views so seriously, really. The Pisces moon also sextiles Uranus and Taurus, so your dreams can lead to new beginnings and really positive upheavals in your life that you want. So on Thursday, love is in the air and you're feeling poetic and lyrical. Your creativity comes alive and you may feel incredibly eager to express your ideas. One, because you feel safe to do so, and two, because you're actually inspired and you have some ideas. Give yourself the opportunity to do that today, and you'll really marvel at the creations that you've got in front of you at the end of Thursday if you are a creative type of person. Really get busy with your work. It's gonna be sensational. Yeah. You'll really be blown away by what was residing in you and that just came kind of falling out of you didn't realize. Friday the 12th of March, we've got the moon still in Pisces. So really, we're thinking Shakespeare in love. We're thinking sitting under a willow tree and eating an ice cream. A boat ride on a lake. Very romantic. It conjuncts Venus in Pisces, the planet of love and beauty, in the most selfless and spiritual, well, not the most spiritual of the signs. Pisces is the last house in the charts, in the astrology chart, right? It's the 12th house. So it's very spiritual because it has to be. It's confronted with death and the final transformation you go through before you move on to something else. And because the next incarnation is likely to be spiritual first and foremost, it really is very much in touch with that. And Venus is love and beauty and selfless love. And Venus is very happy in that because it's able to experience love in the way it should be. Should be, you know? Love is kind and giving. It's not crazy and demanding. And it really gives you the opportunity to just have that feeling of love without the anxiety or butterflies or the unpleasant things that sometimes come along with it. Neptune in Pisces also connects with the Pisces moon. So we've really got Venus, personal planet of love and beauty, Neptune, the outer planet of love on a global level, and then the moon in Pisces, your feelings. It's really one of the most amazing days for love and romance that we've had this year. The Pisces moon also sextiles Uranus and Taurus. So something really delightful may pop up in your life that you want to love and care for. So Friday, I can't emphasize this enough, but it's really an amazing, amazing day. You're living in a really positive, happy bubble. Relationships are working nicely. You feel energized and you're ready to live. You're living for certain things. Things excite you. You're enthusiastic and yes, let's do it. So anyone new who comes into your life on Friday the 12th is really, really worth your consideration. Try not to isolate yourself today, whether that's physically or emotionally or spiritually or intellectually. It's important to reach out to other people or to reach out to your higher self because you can really have a lot of fun doing that. And if you have the chance to have fun, then why wouldn't you take that? It's not like life is just full of fun all the time and you've just had enough of it. I think when the opportunity like this comes, you should seize it, but obviously that's your choice. But you really can have a lot of fun and enjoy the more positive things in life on Friday. They really are all right in front of you. Saturday the 13th of March, we've got a new moon in Pisces at 10:21 in the morning, and that's based on UK time. I'll make a separate video on this, but a new moon is when the moon goes black and it recharges its batteries and it pulls in energy. Here it's pulling in Pisces energy, so this loving, selfless, spiritual quality is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's really a wonderful couple of days here. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, love abounds, and it's not just the spa vibe anymore. This is passion at the spa. This is really lovely. Venus in Pisces conjuncts Neptune in Pisces on Saturday as well. So we're taking it to a level now where you're so blissed out and positive and full of love that you may overlook a con or being scammed, you know. I was with my ex in Paris a few years ago, and this lady came up to him and she said, "Hey, did you drop this gold ring? I'm going to sell it to you for €2 if you did, because I'm feeling kind and generous." And my ex, obviously, as you do, thought that this was a genuine diamond ring, and he gave the money, and he didn't even consider that it could be a scam, and it was. So it's that kind of thing where you just trust. Why would anyone try and, you know, and you don't question, why would someone give me a diamond ring worth hundreds and thousands or whatever and just demand €2? Because they're kind and lovely. So it's just using your experience and not just dismissing it and saying everything is wonderful and nothing bad can ever happen. The Pisces moon conjunct, that's just me warning you, and I don't know if everyone would do that, because a lot of people say this is the most beautiful and wonderful energy, and it is. I'm not trying to take away from that. But I always go on about everything, or I always go on about nothing being absolute. So if you're that in love and positive, that's the little catch I feel is in there, that you could miss certain red flags, which at other times would pop out at you really strongly. Yep. Okay. Pisces moon conjuncts Neptune in Pisces and the sun in Pisces. So everything's Pisces. Venus, love. Neptune, global love. The moon, your feelings. The sun, your identity. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. The Pisces moon also sextiles Pluto in Capricorn. So the first earth element, the first planet in an earth sign here. Pluto, transformation in the earth, in your life, in your practical circumstances. And the moon moves into Aries at 11:44 in the evening. So it's in Pisces for most of the day. It's like a lovely blanket is put over you and you can just kind of snooze emotionally. You just feel like you're in a little womb. You're protected and safe and everything's okay. It's a time of peace, reflection and harmony. Relationships and romance are really really support it on Saturday. I can't emphasize it enough. It doesn't get much better than this, okay? It's like an astrological Valentine's Day. If you can take some time to spend with your partner, if you've got one, an early long weekend may be a good idea. You know, if you're working, maybe you could take Friday off, maybe even Thursday, and make a 4-day thing of it. That would be amazing if you could. Obviously, if you've got other obligations. If you don't have a partner, then it's getting in touch with yourself and having fun and asking yourself, what would my inner child like to do today? It's basically just allowing yourself to be in the energy of love. Yeah, so romance can lead to a significant breakthrough in a relationship. It's like a proposal or a commitment where things are just so great that you take the extra step and you say, I want to have this forever, will you marry me? Sunday the 14th of March, we've got the moon in Aries. Very different because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, Pisces is the last, so the spa vacation is done now and we're looking at moving ahead and getting busy and working. Conjunct Chiron in Aries, so again you may feel a little bit sensitive, especially if things that you've got planned don't go 100% to plan. That might really grate on you and you may find it overwhelming. So other times you have a flat tire, it's like, whatever, we'll just fix the tire. On this day, it'd be like that tire burst is a personal insult because the universe doesn't want me arriving at this destination and I've planned it for months. You know, that kind of thing. It's not a gang up of the universe, it's just something that happened. So there are a few days this week where you really have to deliberately not try and take things so personally. It sextiles the Aries moon, that is, sextiles Mars in Gemini and Saturn in Aquarius. So words can really wound you. Restrictions placed on you by institutions or other people or the majority can really grind your gears. And it's like, how dare they treat me like this? Yeah, I'm just thinking about that. If there's something that you can't do, if you can't do something about who you are or certain aspects of yourself, and you're brave enough to embrace that and to say, this is who I am. Like it or leave it. If society gangs up against you and says, we don't approve of that, you should be punished, or you're gross, or we don't like that, it can feel so discouraging because it's like, no matter what you'll achieve in life, if you feel like certain institutions or social constructs are rejecting you, it's almost like that will never be enough. And on Sunday, that can really wound you and say, do you know what, I won the Nobel Peace Prize and I don't know, like invented a new convenience, a new appliance, but people still refer to me as, I don't know, something that is put down by society. So anything to do with sexuality or race or religion. And on Sunday you may feel that, and it's an amazing opportunity to break through that and to say, do you know what, society is always going to look down on me. And it looks down on everybody. I am not alone here. I can still do what I want with my life and I can liberate myself from the opinions of other people. I don't need to live my life based on what other people think of me. Because I know it's trite almost because it's so obvious, but someone is going to disapprove of what you do even if you are Mother Teresa, okay? Someone's going to say, that's wrong, we don't like that. And we all care. We all want approval from our parents. We all want our friends to like us. When we're teenagers, we all want to fit in. But we're adults now, and we can really say, I don't need to take it so personally because you're going against me. Those are your views, your beliefs, your opinions. And emotionally, I'm independent and strong enough to not be affected by that at all. So if that's a problem, and for most of us that is a problem, because most of us fit into some sort of community and we do want to fit in. If that's a wound, you're able to heal that wound and break through it today. So that process, try and keep it simple by avoiding arguments or petty conflicts or really getting into it with other people today. You'll look back on those things and think, God, how trivial, why was my reaction so big? Try and find ways to explore and to study yourself and to give yourself the space to express yourself without being contradicted or put down. So it's a day of personal discovery on Sunday. It's a lot harder work-wise than the rest of the week, which is like, let's relax and where's my, mimosa. But you can really understand yourself. And when you understand something about yourself, which, you're sitting around, you're thinking something, when you finally understand something, it usually happens in a split second. And that one split second can give you the information that has kept you a prisoner for years. And it doesn't have to be some major revelation, It's like, okay, I realize I'm uptight. I'm not the most chilled, relaxed person. I'm uptight. So by knowing that, I can tell my friends that, I want to be punctual and the way things look and cleanliness and stuff is an issue to me and it's important to me. And if we don't want to have any issues, then just be aware of that. I mean, there's no harm in it. You're not putting a judgment on yourself. You just realize that you like things a certain way. You're able to then tell other people and things can move without much problem. But it's your understanding and your willingness to tell people a certain thing about you that can smooth out your relationships and make them better. But other people wouldn't go to you and say, aren't you uptight? Because that would be an insult and you wouldn't take that on board. It's like, who are you to tell me I'm uptight? It's okay if I say it, but if you say it. Do you see what I mean? It's about reaching conclusions about you yourself without judgment rather than learning from other people's judgment. No. So the whole words can sting thing is interesting because you're meant to relax and enjoy yourself for the majority of the week. And then the stuff that does sting isn't meant to come from other people. It's meant to be a personal revelation that says, I am this. There's no one on planet Earth, and if you are this person, correct me by all means, but I really don't think there's one human being on planet Earth that is absolutely 100% happy with every aspect of their experience and existence on planet Earth. Whether it's the way they look, or the way they speak, or the way they think, or feel, not everyone has something that is unhealed. And you have the opportunity to really heal that. And you're certainly well rested by the time you get to Sunday. So there's no shying away and there's no making excuses because really it's a fabulous, lovely week. Think of it as the week where you get on a gondola and you sit back and you look at Venice going by and someone's pushing you and singing you a song. It's lovely. Okay, so have a wonderful week. If you'd like a personal reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, there's a button that says book your reading. Click on that if you want to speak to me. In my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. I combine them all. Your birth chart, your natal chart in astrology, I draw up by taking your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. Once I have those details, I am able to draw up a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born, and I can analyze that birth chart. And it really tells me everything about you. It's like a blueprint to your soul. You do have free will within that, but there are certain things which are fixed. So your life purpose, your vocational aptitudes, your sense of humor, your family life, moving, money, really everything that you can experience, spiritual development. So if you do have any questions or you've got some decisions to make and you want a second pair of eyes to look at what's going on and to look at the opportune timings on things, when to get married, when to move, then please do get in touch with me for a personal reading, gregoryscott.com. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have an amazing week. And also in the comments, give some feedback. If there is something magical, romantic, and lovely that you want to share, please share it with us. It would be great to hear. Have a great week, and I'll speak to you soon.